Hey guys, what's up? I'm Slim and you're watching Slimothy TV. In this video, I have a really cool one for you guys. We're gonna be unboxing this smartwatch here. And let's take a quick look at some of the specs on the back here. You guys can see this is the S2 model. I believe they call this the Tank, but it goes by a couple different names. 128 megs of RAM, 450 milliamp hour battery, Bluetooth version 5.1, which is great. Let's pop it open and see what we've got. Now, of course, you guys know how we do these reviews. The companies send this out, so thank you to them for sending this out free for review. We then unbox it here in this first segment, then I wear it for a week or two, and then I come back and I splice it into this video. So you guys are gonna see the full review in this video, but for me today filming, I'm just going to film the unboxing, and then I will cut the rest into this video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. So this is a pretty cool unboxing experience already. We got a user manual, which we may need, but hopefully not. This feels a little bit more substantial than I was expecting. Let's go ahead and peel this off. This is actually probably one of the best unboxing experiences for one of these watches that I have seen so far. This is metal on the outside, very cold to the touch. Very nice. Faux carbon fiber on the back with a very nice feeling actually. So yeah, let's see if it has any juice. There it goes. Yes, it does have juice. So we'll set that to the side here. Let's see what else is in the box. Nothing here. And let's check in here. We have just a power cable. So very nice. Let's put this off to the side and let's take a look at the power cable, see what it is. It's USB-A to magnetic proprietary thingy. So this would be nice if it was USB-C. So hopefully they will upgrade that in the future, but no big deal for now. Here is the manual. So quite a bit here. It's pretty long, but it looks like it's got a lot of different features. So yeah, let's go ahead and try it out. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna quickly go over the hardware here, show you guys what it looks like. Then I'm gonna slap it on my wrist and we're gonna give it a go. First impressions are, this is pretty snappy compared to a lot of the other watches that we have reviewed. Much snappier. I really like that. Let's see if we hold down, if we can change the face. Yes, we can. Nice. All right, so I've got a lot of learning to do with this watch over the next week or two. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. Let's just see what it looks like. And I will be wearing it in conjunction with my Garmin Fenix 6S Pro Solar, and we will see how it does. Now, of course, you know, comparing an $800 watch to a, you know, $80 or $120 watch, it's obviously not a fair fight, but it is cool to see how accurate this will be in comparison. This thing is pretty chunky. You guys can already see kind of how that sits on the wrist. I guess they don't call it a tank for no reason. I've seen people supposedly drive these over with their car. I'm not going to do that in this video, but I'm going to put it through its paces for sure. We will go through all of that and you guys will see that in the next portion of the video. So let's go ahead. You guys are going to see that right now. All right, guys, we are back at it. It's been about a week and I have been wearing this watch on my wrist as well as my usual Garmin Fenix 6S Pro Solar Edition. So we will compare the two and I will let you guys know my final verdict on this watch. Right off the bat, you guys can see how it wears. It's got two of these little straps here. I left one out so you guys could see it. And I recommend using both. If you flick your wrist up like this, it's about a 50-50 shot if it's gonna show up. There it goes, got it this time. Not the most sensitive, but it will, you know, save on battery if it's not always lighting up. Here is the app that you guys are going to need. It's called DaFit. I've actually reviewed other watches from, I guess, China that use the same application, but they're all, you know, different producers, I think. They all just kind of share the same fitness apps. So if you want to see more of that, you guys can go watch those videos. But I'm going to go ahead and take this off and show you guys kind of what it looks like. And we're going to run through some of the features. So here is a quick look at the watch itself. Power back up here. There it is. There are the sensors on the back as well as the magnetic plate for charging. Now I will say there is some fake carbon fiber down here and that is a nice attention to detail, a nice touch that they didn't have to do, but it is nice and smooth. Didn't really have too many issues with it pulling my hair or anything. As you guys can see, I'm pretty hairy. It didn't really do anything like that. My Garmin Fenix does a lot more than that. So here is the watch and right here you guys can see it says 50% battery remaining. If I swipe down, you guys can see it right there. That is crazy. I've not charged this thing one time except right when I got it. I charged it up to 100 and just started wearing it. That is ridiculous. I charge this thing up while I'm in the shower every day for about 10-15 minutes. And that keeps it topped up. I'd never really have to do more than that. But this thing can last probably about a week without any charge. I just like to keep it topped up a little bit. But this one, I haven't even plugged it in one time. Now it does have that magnetic induction charger right here. So just kind of align it to the back and it charges up. Super easy to do. Actually, I want to show you guys that animation. So I'm going to pull that back into view. So here it goes. Look at that. Attention to detail. That looks awesome. So anyways, I've never seen another smartwatch do it like that. It looks good. Next up, let's talk about the display and the quality of the display. So I've been super happy with this display. It looks really good. It's crisp. The colors look vibrant. I think it looks really good. Now, if I swipe down from the bottom, I'm going to see my messages. So I'm not going to go there, but it is what it is. To the right here, you've got your activity. So you can see your steps and your calories and everything like that. So obviously I've not been very active today. Here is heart rate, max and min. And then of course you can add your favorites. So I already added the heart rate as a favorite, and it just loads up in this string. So I can just add another one. Let's just do blood pressure. And there it is. Now, to be honest, this blood pressure doesn't really mean anything in my opinion, just because it doesn't have one of those things that puffs up on your wrist. We did do a review of a watch that has that. So if you want to watch it, go watch the True Blood Pressure Watch review. Even that one was a little iffy on how accurate. This one, I have no idea how it gets blood pressure. It should be beats per minute. That makes sense, but blood pressure does not make any sense. And of course, if I swipe down, I can see these things. I can see if it's connected to Bluetooth. I can change the brightness if I want. It's very responsive. I'm gonna turn it all the way up for this video. What else do we have? We have do not disturb mode, battery saver mode, music mode. Now this thing can play music. I actually accidentally started playing music from my phone through this. Now the speaker doesn't sound very good compared to the phone. The phone sounds way better. Now, if we swipe to the left here, we can go into the settings, and you've got a couple options for display. You got brightness, sleep, stuff like that. Vibrate, you've got vibrate ring. You can change the intensity. I find it's actually very soft with this default soft intensity right here. So I might actually change that to intense. You've also got a calculator here. You've got find my phone, which is pretty cool. You've got cycle tracking for the ladies, and then a bunch of other stuff. You got a flashlight. You even have games on here. Yes, there are games on this watch. Here's Floopy Bird, or Floopy, I guess they call it. All you do is tap the screen and it makes the bird go up. Pretty funny. Definitely a ripoff, but hey, if you want a little game on your watch, here you go. Ooh, that was a close one. I'm actually doing pretty well. Aw, oh well. So that's how that works. There's a couple games on there, not a ton, but hey, at least you get some games. You got a AI voice assistant right here. You got alarm clocks, of course. You got a timer, of course. You got camera shutter, all the basic things that you would expect, music player. So realistically, this comes with pretty much everything you need. Now, let's quickly talk about the comparison between this, and we're gonna look at the app for that. So let's pop open the app right here. Dafit. We'll let it load up here. All right, that wasn't too long. It is back. It says 2,058 steps and sleep. Why does it say no data? Oh yeah, that's the other thing I have to mention. This thing is not the most comfortable to sleep with. In fact, I had to take this off for the past like 3 nights in a row. You can see just how big it is and how thick it is. When it was on this wrist, I put my arm under my pillow and it was like cutting off my circulation. Like, I don't know, it wasn't comfy. This one's not comfy either, but this one was just so bad I had to take it off. I think it's just due to its sheer size. Now, that could be why this was just not working for me at night, but just keep that in mind. If you're gonna get something like a tank like this, that is very durable. I smashed this thing into the wall many a time on accident, but I don't see any damage on it. It looks perfect. So this is metal. It's very well made. So sleep, you're not going to see too much here. I did wear it a little bit. So let me see. There we go. We got a couple nights sleep right here. It's funny that it actually says I slept 2 hours and 15 minutes because I took it off. So that's a little weird. But anyways, if I go back to the week view, you can see a little bit of the sleep stuff here. Let's see if I can narrow down into some of that here. All right, so this is on January 3rd. So we will pull up the Connect app. So here is January 3rd from the Garmin Connect app. This thing is pretty accurate. I've tested it in the past, kind of tested and proven. So this says 628, this says 610. That is pretty close. You can see restful, light, and REM. Let's see how close they are there. Not very close on that, but this is their own, algorithm. But here's what I get from Garmin, and here's what I get from this sleep app. Pretty cool. You guys can see beyond 26% people sleep early. Again, this is very confusing because the English translation is not the best, but I think it's saying that 26% of people sleep later than me. So I went to bed pretty late. I think that's what it's saying. And I guess I get up around the same time as most people. And I don't know, I guess I sleep about the same amount of hours as most people. Very interesting data. I like that you can kind of swipe through here. It's kind of a interesting little animation there. I don't know, looks cool. And it just breaks it down by week, month, and then you can click on this one here and see the dates. So that's kind of cool. That's the sleep. It's relatively accurate, but it's not as perfect as Garmin's. But again, this is like, I don't know, $100. This is $800. So you gotta pick which one you want. The prices of these should be dropping just because they got the Phoenix 7s out. But regardless, we're talking about this one here. Now let's scroll down, full day heartbeat. We can check that out here. Here's what it looks like. So it's in the light range because I don't really do much these days because I've been inside because it's been so cold. Blood pressure, which again, I don't know how it's getting blood pressure data from something that doesn't have one of those puffy things. Doesn't make any sense to me. SpO2 didn't get any. I wish that was on all the time. Stress levels, let's go to the graph. I guess stress doesn't measure either. That's kind of disappointing. It should be doing that automatically, I think. Outdoor running didn't do any of that. Now here is the watch itself. Now you can change the watch faces right from the app. So there we go. It's super quick and responsive. I like that. And these are pretty cool looking watch faces. And there's even more in the face gallery. It's going to take a minute to load here because it's a Chinese server, I think. But yeah, there we go. Bunch that you can choose from, and you can enjoy going through that. Notifications, you can choose which ones you want to receive and which ones you don't. We can back out of that. We got alarms, again, like I already mentioned. Shutter, e-card, which is like a contact card. Favorite contacts, which you can add right here. And I do not allow contact access to any app. Others, now you guys can see right here, I set the full day heart rate to 30 minutes, but you can change that to like 5 minutes. Your battery is going to get worse if you do that, so keep that in mind. Mine never actually timed the stress, which is weird. Battery saving mode is off, and auto lock after 5 seconds. You can change that to 15 or 20 seconds. That's probably a little bit better. Actually, let's do 10. Quick view, drink water reminder if you're into that, heart rate alert. I like that on this one, you can change the weather format from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So that is cool to see. You can set it to your own right there. And then there's cycle reminders right there. Then lastly, we have the profile card here where you can add your goals and stuff like that, but I'm not going to get too into that. So overall, what's my verdict on this smartwatch? We've reviewed tons of these, and this one is a little higher priced than some of the others. I think you're getting a better build quality product. But for me, honestly, for over $100, I don't know that I'd pick this one over some of the others. I mean, we reviewed like $20 ones. We've reviewed $30 ones, $50, $70. And this one's like around $120. Sure, it's more durable if that's something you're into. I like that they use the DaFit app. I like this app a lot. It's got a clean interface. It's relatively accurate, which is great. I think the price point should be somewhere between 80, 85 bucks. 120 is kind of pushing it. But hey, you never know what the sales are going to be, so links to everything down below if you want to check these out. That's all I got for this video, guys. If you liked it, hit it with a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.